That's right. I spoke with two local Syrian refugees who came to the U.S. at the beginning of the civil war. They shared this mix of emotions that they're feeling right now as new updates continue to pour in and the future still unknown. In the following interviews, Fox 40 used an assistance of a translator who refers to the subject in third person.
It's like he was reborn.
The rebirth of the Syrian nation, over a decade after Syrian President Bashar al-Assad's government reportedly bombed, tortured, starved, and used chemical weapons against his own people.
They didn't have access to food or anything. This was the first time he sees a president that killed his people.
Nader Abu al-Hir is a Syrian refugee. He shows us the business and farm he was forced to leave behind as he reflects on the gruesome civil war that stripped him of everything he once knew.
It was a war against the civilians.
He details the brutality.
Bombs that target the body nerves, so people they would die, their vision was gone.
He ultimately escaped Syria after falling victim to one of al-Assad's heinous crimes.
When he was going home, they bombed his house and his stomach was open and everything came outside.
He was rescued and taken to a hospital. From there, he and his family eventually escaped and made their way to Sacramento. He describes the happiness he feels at what he hopes is the end of the al-Assad regime.
Everything that happened, now it's not gonna happen anymore to our future kids. No words can explain how happy they are.
But for other Syrian refugees, it's not so clear-cut.
I said we are happy, but there is something that holding us back because they don't know anything about their family members.
Altosh Hassan al-Bukhfar is another Syrian refugee living in Sacramento who says he's equally as surprised as he is scared about the future. 20 of his family members were arrested and imprisoned at the start of the civil war by the al-Assad government. They've been missing for over a decade, and he questions how he can truly celebrate this moment. But his brother, who remains in Syria, sent him this celebratory dancing video on Saturday. A video that leads to heavy emotion. We pause for a moment.
Can you guys talk a little bit? So he was scared, but in the same time, he was happy.
These big celebrations echoed throughout the country.
No one thought that this is gonna happen. The important thing is people are living.
Both men tell me that today the Syrian people are a lot closer to achieving justice. But with the future still unbeknownst, they say all they can do is hope for the best. And they wish to return shortly to visit their family and see if they can play a role in rebuilding their homeland.